Hello there, my darling Geminis. My name is Xabe the Gemini Witch. It's a pleasure to have you guys here with me. Let's jump into your reading. Keep in mind that this is going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. Alright, so we've already got humor and worry and pride. So Gemini, it's time for you to take things lightly. I see that you're worried. You're really, really worried. I mean, you know, that's very common with the Geminis, right? We're always in our heads a lot and we worry about things that haven't even taken place yet, right? I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. And pride, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So this is about putting down your pride and understanding that whatever is taking place right now, you're going to be able to look at this in the future and laugh at it. You're living in an energy of fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So there's something that's wanting to come into your life right now, and you know, maybe you're afraid of allowing it in because of whatever past situations that you've been through that have, you know, basically left you disheartened or, you know, just disappointed. But trust me when I tell you that once all of this passes, you're going to look back at this and you're going to laugh at it. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So try not to worry so much about it. I know that that's easier said than done. Put your pride and your ego to the side and allow whatever is about to come in, okay? I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. This is about learning how to love life, accept life for what it is. It has its ups, it has its downs. It's like a roller coaster, right? And we can never control an outcome, no matter how much stability we try to create in our lives. You know, it's like the stock market. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, and that's literally, you know, that's just life. It happens, right? So I feel like there's this fear of, you know, maybe stepping into something new that's coming in, you know, because maybe it's something that you're not used to. It's a totally different life that's about to take place right now, and you're worried about it. But again, Spirit is calling you to look at the lighter side of life. Look at this with humor. And, you know, it's like you're worrying over something that may potentially be better for you, or, you know, you're kind of like, I know it seems as though it's hard right now and you're scared. But again, putting your pride to the side and looking at the lighter things and saying, you know, I'm going to look at this one day, look back at this and laugh and see how everything just fell into place, right? It's about having faith. What else would you like to tell Gemini? Awakening, worth and faith. Yeah, there it is. You're having an awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. So listening to the guidance of Spirit, knowing your worth, knowing that you are worthy of good things. And, you know, when I say worthy of good things, it doesn't necessarily mean material things. It also means being able to have peace of mind despite whatever's going on in your life, right? You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. And faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything that I can imagine. Believe that you are worthy of whatever it is that's coming. Have that faith in knowing that what is coming is going to be something beyond anything that you could have possibly even imagined. And then you're going to look back at it, you're going to laugh. Right? You're going to laugh. You know, this is a little bit of a story time. I had a situation happen to me a few years ago where, you know, I had to leave an apartment and I had everything set up. I found this apartment. And, you know, last minute, I put the deposit in and everything. And last minute, the lady told me literally on the 1st, okay, when was it? Okay, let's just say I had to move in on the 1st. and then it was like the 31st or something like that. I called her and I said, listen, you know, I'm ready, blah, blah, blah. I'm ready to sign the lease. And she said, oh, listen, I'm really sorry, but the apartment's not ready yet. You can move down into the first floor. Mind you, this lady had all of her stuff in the first floor. Where was I going to put all of my stuff? She wasn't done with the apartment. And then she didn't even know when the apartment was going to be ready. So I said, you know what? I can't do that. I have to literally leave the apartment that I'm in. I have to leave on the 1st, okay? So I had nowhere to go, right? I mean, I could have gone to that apartment, but that she was offering, but why would I do that, right? It just showed that, I don't know, it just seemed sketchy. It seemed off. Spirit obviously had something better for me. So I started looking online and searching apartments and not finding anything until finally I came across this one apartment. And this guy goes, listen, this apartment is available, but they don't take pets. I had a dog at the time. And he said, but I do have a different apartment. It's a brand new building. We just, you know, reconstructed everything on the inside. Everything is renovated. No one lives in it. Would you like to take a look at it? I said, sure. I came in, it was a little bit above my price range, but it was available, it was huge, and I've been here for what, 4, 5 years now maybe? And it's a beautiful apartment, right? So everything fell through literally on, they call it the 11th hour. That's what they call it. So basically when you feel as though there is no way out, when you're just worried about how things are going to transpire, how everything's going to fall into place, that's when these miracles happen. Having that faith, knowing that you are worthy of good things, you are worthy of having peace, you are worthy of having that stability, you're worthy of having that peace of mind. And again, you're going through an awakening. You're seeing things not in the 3D anymore. You're seeing things in the 5D. Walking in faith, right? Understanding that worry literally gets you nowhere other than being sick, okay? So putting that pride to the side and saying, you know what, Spirit? I know whatever it is that you have for me is going to be for my highest good. It's going to be great. Why? Because not only do you know what I want, but Spirit, the universe, it's like a parent that cares for you. It's this energy that really loves you and knows that what you want, it wants to give to you as well. But it's like saying, hey, you know, Dad, Mom, I want, let's see, how can I say? I want candy for breakfast, right? And then Mom and Dad says, well, you know what? Even though that sounds really good, I have something better for you. Something that's going to make you feel even better. It's sweet. It may not be what you expected, but at the end of the day, it's going to make you feel so much better, and it's going to give you, you know, a better outcome, right? You're going to be a lot healthier, right? So that's kind of how the universe works. It's your higher self guiding you towards a life that is going to leave you feeling proud of yourself. So a life where you're going to be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Now, again, mind you, I never thought that I could afford an apartment such as this one, and here I am, right? And I made so many wonderful memories here. We've had great parties, but now it's time to go. And now it's like, okay, Spirit is guiding me somewhere else. Where? I don't know. So that's the moral to this story, all right? So we have a seahorse. Family matters. Some of you guys are going through some family matters right now. Family is important to you. Maybe you're basing a decision on family, right? Scissors. Disappointment in some type of affair. You may have to make some sort of a decision that's going to leave people disappointed. Something may be cutting out of your life, shark. Take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. So yeah, definitely right now you're stressing about the material. You're very worried about the material. News is on its way, so you're gonna get some sort of good news when it comes to the material. Oh, a secret admirer. Some of you guys have someone that's watching you, maybe online. What else? Successful outcome to your problems. You see? You see? Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So ask yourself, what do I want? Sit down and write down what you feel like your life should look like. Okay? What is it that you want? The law of attraction is about feeling. It's about, you know, being able to just kind of like imagine. You sit down, you write down what your life is going to look like. I work at a job where I am feeling appreciated, where I feel seen and heard. Not necessarily a specific job. You don't say, oh, I want a job at working in Wall Street. No, I have a job where I feel accomplished, where I am making enough money to be able to cover my bills, right? I'm feeling safe within my environment. I live in a place where I can go outside and I could feel the fresh air. I could smell the flowers. I could smell the breeze. I could smell the ocean, right? It's about feeling. That's how the law of attraction works, okay? I'm in a relationship where I feel safe, where I feel loved, and where I feel like we can laugh at things and take things lightheartedly, right? Where I feel sexy, where I feel empowered, okay? So that's how the law of attraction works. People ask all the time, well, I sit down and I write down what it is that I want specifically, and, it never happens. Well, are you feeling it? Do you feel it? Do you believe it? That's how the law of attraction works. But nonetheless, having that indecisiveness and allowing your life to ramble aimlessly is part of the problem. You don't see the entire picture, and that's where this worry and this fear is coming from. You not knowing your worth and not having faith, right? There's a scripture that says, Jesus says, if you tell that mountain to move, even if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you tell it to move and it will move, right? Grand old Jesus himself came onto this earth to teach us what it was like to live by faith, to live in spirit. And, he lived differently. A lot of people didn't like what he was teaching. Why? Because it was empowerment. It was saying, if I believe, then things can change. If I work with spirit and I allow spirit to work through me, then things can change in my life. Okay, this is not about living in the 3D. It's not about, it's about seeing things on the outside, right? Seeing things in the 5D, seeing things in the spiritual realm. Walking away from things that are dragging you down, that you feel as though you've put so much time and effort and energy into. You've put so much work into this, and now this is about you focusing on yourself, on the things that you're really good at. What is it that you're really, really good at? You have some sort of talent, some sort of skill. It's time for you to walk away from things that are emotionally dragging you down, Gemini. Anything that is dragging you down emotionally and it's weighing you down, you're saying, I have to walk away from this. And I have to focus on working on myself, working on my pentacles, working on my stability. Okay? You did everything that you possibly could when it came to these emotional situations. All right? You've invested your time and your energy. And please walk away knowing that you tried. Okay? You really, really tried. Look at how carefully this person put all of these cups, aligned. Like, they poured their love and energy into a situation, into multiple situations, and they're saying, it's time for me to walk away and, go off onto a new adventure. Some of you guys may be literally moving away from where you're living now. Maybe this may have to do with work. Some of you guys want to, work remotely, want to work from home. Is it going to happen? Let me get the answer to that question. Is it going to happen? Yes. For some of you, yes. Or most of you, yes. That's just, me asking the question about working from home. But there's some karma that's taking place here. There's some justice and there's some balance that is taking place in your life. Even though things may seem like there's chaos and you're having to walk away from certain things and it's been hard to do so, things are falling into place. Things are finally are going to start to feel balanced again. Okay, so hold tight. And again, if you're looking to work from home, if you're looking to start some sort of a new venture in regards to entrepreneurship, starting a new business, Spirit is saying focus in and hone in on your skills. All right, because yes, good things are coming when it comes to that particular situation. What else would you like to tell Gemini? The Knight of Wands, doing it. Okay, all right. So let's see. With the Three of Swords, you've dealt with people in your life or a person in your life who you feel as though may have broken your heart. Could have been this person just was immature. Usually the Knights, you have to think of them as kind of like a teenager type of spirit, right? Type of energy, rather. When you're dealing with teenagers, what do? They just do things. They don't really think things through, right? Unless they're an old soul and they're very wise and they actually listen to advice. But when you're young, you don't really think about the things that you're doing, right? So I feel as though this is you coming out of that energy of immaturity and just being done with all the heartbreak, all the disillusionment and the disappointments when it comes to relationships, right? You've been disappointed so many times, but it's because maybe you were attracting people who were still very immature, okay? Maybe not ready to have some sort of a relationship, right? Some sort of a committed relationship. And you were on the fence. Do I stay or do I go? And I feel as though some of you are still very much on the fence. Some of you are thinking, very attracted to this person. There's a lot of passion here, but it was reckless. And so you're on the fence. What else would you like to tell Gemini? Some of you aren't letting go of a certain situation. There's this energy that's still very much attached to this brokenheartedness, okay? You're still very much attached to it, but listen, again, like I said, this energy was immature, okay? Again, like I said, the Knights are energies that are, they're not ready to commit. They're just kind of like out there doing their own thing, okay? Lusty, very free-spirited, and that's fine, but they're going about things in a way where it's just like a temporary, like focused on the here and the now and not really building for the future, okay? So there was a lot of uncertainty in this situation, all right? And someone's not letting go. Can you tell me more about this? Let's see. Tell me more. Someone's looking at, there's a lot of looking at photographs, missing, nostalgia. But Spirit's saying make new memories. It's time for you to go out there and make new memories. Maybe that's the reason why you feel this energy, because someone's just not letting go. Have faith that love is coming in its right timing. Okay? And whatever love is coming in, it's going to be unconditional. There's going to be equal give and take here. All right? You will have your time again. This is for those who are single, or for those who, are thinking about whether to leave a certain situation. I'm going to ask if you should leave a certain situation, because I feel as though that situation has you kind of stuck, right? Because that Four of Pentacles is an energy of being stuck. It's an energy of not letting go. I feel as though you're still very much on the fence. Should I stay or should I go? Right? Like the song says. Should I stay or should I go? All right. No, God, there's that. See? Okay, no, that's the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's about forgiving yourself. You know, you're apportioning blame, pointing the fingers. There's a lot of finger pointing here for the both of you here. Snap judgments. You know, again, there's this awakening that's happening here. And Spirit is saying, make a decision. Make the decision. There's this renewal, this relationship happened and you learned from it. Have the courage to move forward. Okay. Forgive yourself for the situation. Forgive them, because again, like I said, you know, this was an energy of just not really being very mature. You know, there's a lack of maturity in this energy. Okay. You know, maybe this person reminded you of childhood. This is definitely someone who I feel you wanted to feel comfortable with. You know, you wanted to feel safe with. And again, immaturity. There's that immaturity again. Childishness, right? That's interesting. What else would you like to tell Gemini? Trust that your love life is being divinely guided and protected. Your angels know exactly how much information that you can handle right now. So giving your love life to Spirit, and you're being guided. You're definitely being guided in the right way. Spirit has seen that you have dealt with a lot of broken hearts and a lot of disappointments. And, you know, you've been loyal to a fault, not wanting to let go of certain things, right? And then not knowing whether you should stay or you should go in a situation, okay? But there's a lot of immaturity here, so just know that, you know, you can't force somebody to grow up, right? You really can't. So this is just a matter of you making that decision and trusting that you're going to make the right decision for yourself, okay? Tarot can only just give you advice. It can't tell you what to do, okay? So don't take it at face value. What else would you like to tell Gemini? Why? Yeah, you're stuck in the why, observing how life has been. You know, you're stuck in that why. Like, why is this happening? What the heck? Like, what's the point of all of this, right? And Spirit wants you to observe. That's what it wants you to do. Let's see what this says. Number 31 could be significant for you, for somebody. Maybe you were born on the 31st of May. Is there 31st of May? Alright, why? The power of knowing the why. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. The relationship message is this: we don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way that we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And why did I say that? And you spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the message from your intuition, from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question that you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? Here's the prosperity message. Knowing the motives behind your career and your creative ventures is the ticket to your greatest success. It's time to ask yourself some probing questions. Are you driven by a desire to serve? Does your prosperity impact the greater good? When you envision your most prosperous life, are you guided by a sense of purpose or by a need to make money, acquire things, save for the future, or all of these? No motive is bad or good, but having agendas hidden from yourself will lead to disappointment and possibly failure. Be clear about why you want the things you do. If the motives are true, accept them. If they're not, change them so that you can step into your extraordinary life. And this is the protection message. Sometimes, subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better, because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with the partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong. But deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you ever closer to the happiness that you seek. That's really good. That was good. Okay. All right. If you're still around, thanks. Because some people actually they tend to click off whenever readers start to read from the little booklets. They get bored. Let's see what the 49 observer. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment that you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy that you did. Illumination is the miracle that you seek, and you will indeed find it. Let's skip to the prosperity message. It is an advantageous time, for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Exactly. See? Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracles unfold. The protection message is this. Ever think sometimes that your life options are suction cupped to your face and you can't see beyond yourself? There's a big world out there, a multitude of potential realities that you're unable to perceive at the present moment. So you're a little stuck. It's time to get advice from someone that you trust, someone who has a better perspective on your circumstances. Other points of view are needed now before you move forward. Take heart. A beautiful vista is waiting for you to drink it in. You just need a little help widening your scope beyond your small self. So, seeing the bigger picture. It's exactly what I was talking about, guys. All right, so that's your message. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading with me, my email is down below. I would love to give you a personal reading. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.